Alright, so we're continuing and we're looking at the location of study area. So this usually includes two maps, but for this lesson we're just focusing on one map, which is the map of Jamaica showing the area of study. So remember that your map must have all elements when you're finished with it. So your key, border, title, scale, compass, they should all be on the map. So let's look at this example. So this is a map of Jamaica that's given, and it has a title, Map of Jamaica showing area of study. We have the compass here, we have a border, we have a key, and it's showing the point or area of study. You can use a color, you can use a star, you can use whatever you want to use to represent the area of study. And this person placed the capital of the country, as well as some parish borders, and we have a scale here. So this is a complete map of Jamaica showing the area of study. So this is what you're going to be doing for your report. Next, we have the presentation of data. So this is where you have your illustrations such as your pie charts, tables, and bar graphs. So for your task that you're going to be given, you're going to be given the data. So it's like a makeup questionnaire or field study that was done, and you're going to be putting in the data using graphs. So you will see the data when you get the project or the work to do, and you will just choose whatever you want to use to represent the data. Please ensure that there's a mixture of these illustrations. So you should not have straight bar graphs or straight pie charts only. You can have a pie chart, then a bar graph, then a pie chart, and so on. Also, you should have a statement talking about the graph, and you can just mention the most important and least important aspects. So let's look at this bar graph, for example. So we have here reasons for migration. So in your sentence you could have, or in your statement you could state that based on figure 1, better jobs and education, which are represented by 48% and 34% of the respondents respectively, are significant reasons for migration. However, factors such as family connection and tourism are observed as the least or the minor factors or reasons for migration. So you're just telling me about the main things and the little things on the graph. So that's it for this part of the project. And as I mentioned earlier, you state figure 1 shows, etc. See figure 1 on page, and so on. So you make reference to the figure that you're using. So if it's your first figure, if it's your first illustration, you state figure 1. If you move on and you create another one, that will be figure 2, and so on. Next, and this is the final part, is the appendix section. So this is where you put your samples of questionnaires or any interview sheets that you use. So in this case, for the assignment that you're going to be doing, you're going to get a scenario-based questionnaire. So all you do is just copy and paste that questionnaire in your project. Yes. And that's the end of our class.